Hey guys, what's up? My name is Casey. Welcome back to Digital Titans. Now, for a change, I didn't want to talk about tools. I didn't want to talk about anything that's specific to any particular digital marketing platform. I just wanted to talk about digital marketing as a whole and what I learned from digital marketing, especially the three things that I'm going to talk to you about now. First things first, I learned the fact that analysis paralysis is real, guys. It's not something which is made up. And you get caught up so much in a lot of things as far as digital marketing is concerned. So you start wondering about it could be the tools that you're working with, it could be the platforms that you want to specialize in, it could be a lot of things related to digital marketing, about the variations, about the options that you have. Analysis paralysis is real. So you start wondering whether I should learn SEO or PPC. Then you talk about should I learn Google or Bing? Should I talk? Then you talk about social media or PPC. Then you talk about what tools should I use. So the best thing to do, and what I learned from this experience of mine, is just don't think too much about it. Just pick up anything and just get it done and get over with it. As simple as that. Because when you start thinking, comparing, analyzing the options, it is a never-ending game, especially in digital marketing. So this is something that I really picked up, and I said, screw it, I'm just not going to sit here and keep going over the options that I have, but I'm just going to pick up something and then get done with it. If it works, it works. It doesn't work, then I move on, right? The second thing that I wanted to talk to you about, which I learned about digital marketing, or which I learned during my 15-year tenure in digital marketing, is this is something which is a relentless game. So you have to, be prepared. Doesn't matter if you are at what level of digital marketing funnel or ecosystem that you are in. Learning is inevitable. If you just stop learning, if you just keep quiet without looking at what's happening around you for let's say a month, you're done. There is so much that's changed. There are so many things which are introduced, so many tools are being introduced, and you just can't keep quiet and say that, okay, this is it, and I'm done learning, because you can never be done with learning as far as digital marketing is concerned. Looking at the pace that things are evolving, you better learn or you just get stagnant. All right, just to share a small example on those lines, I started working on Google Ads from 2006, because that's when I joined Google. And if you had ever looked at Google back then, it was nothing but bare bones. There was nothing. There are no colors that you see. There are no labels. It was just a structure where you had buttons that you could click and go create your campaign or edit your campaign, etc. And there are no cosmetic changes that you see today happening every now and then. There is no changes in the interface, but that came a long way after, I think probably around 2008 2009. And and look at it now. Every day there are about tens and 20 updates about every platform that you see around. So what would happen typically if you don't follow this process up, and if you are not relentless in this approach, is you get eventually lost. Now, there is a, I get a lot of high when I start learning these things, and I get to know what is happening. I get to see what updates and who is complementing what update by another company. So this is all an interesting thing for me. But the bigger high is when I start sharing these things either on YouTube. It doesn't matter about the number of followers, doesn't matter if it's paid, or it doesn't matter if I'm making any money out of it. But just to be in the game is something that really gives me a high. The third thing, which is the last thing I wanted to talk about in terms of what I learned from digital marketing in the last 15 years, is I think you should move beyond the getting a job in digital marketing, getting a project, making $1,000, making $1 million. That's just not the plan. I mean, it's not going to end there. You just have to look at a bigger picture, have a bigger cause, or have a bigger purpose, and then layer that with your digital marketing skills. Life gets much, much, much interesting. It's like if you like e-commerce, start looking at building something of your own. Don't start looking at getting a job in e-commerce on digital marketing. That's a very small goal. So that's something that I've learned. I mean, the bigger you think, the broader you think, the better is your thought process, the better the prospects that you connect with, the people that you connect with, the learning that you get. It's so different along the path. So not just that I've learned only these three things during my journey. I've learned a ton of things, but I think these stand out, and I think this could help a lot of other people who are stuck with any of these things.